Hi everyone, again welcome to the online classes. Now we'll see with the problem number 3. It is 2016 question paper and related to that is the calculation of taxable income and tax liability under normal provision of the company. Now see the problem, compute the taxable income of Vijay Lakshmi Limited for the previous year 2018-19 of the P&L account. Now P&L account is given particular amount, debit side and credit side. Debit side all expenses and credit side all income and gain. Next one, debit side, and the first one is salaries. Salary is a business expenses, so it is related to the business, already debited. It is an admissible expenses, ignore it. Next, bonus, it is given to the employees, it is an business expenses, admissible expenses, already debited, ignore it. Right. Next, postage and stationery, it is like a petty expenses tara, right. It is also admissible expenses, already aduna debit madidare, deduct madidare P&L account alli, ignore madi. General expenses is rupees 20,000, but in relation to the general expenses there is some adjustment. The general expenses include 5,000 for advertising, 2,000 for charitable donation, 3,000 paid for exchanging the old car for new one, and rupees 5,000 miscellaneous repairs. Right, general expenses here 5,000, it is for advertising, it is business expenses, it is admissible, already include deduct madidare, ignore it. But here 2,000, it is for charitable donation, it is a donation amount, it comes under 80G, under section 80G at 50% of deduction. Now at the time of calculation here we'll going to add back to the net profit as inadmissible expenses. 2,000 inadmissible expenses agi donation anta naven martire add back madkoltire. Later we will going to give the deductions under section 80G from the other gross total income. Next, 3,000 paid for exchanging the old car for a new one, and here new one ge ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ capital expenditure. All capital expenditure is inadmissible unless it is specifically stated. Now it is inadmissible expenses, add to the net profit, the amount is 3,000 as what, so capital expenditure on exchange of the new one with the old one. Next one, depreciation, which is given in the P&L account, it is inadmissible because one as per the IT ಏನು ಡೆಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ inadmissible expenses, add to the net profit. Next, provision for income tax, as we know that provision it made out of the profit and loss account, so amount ಬಂದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ appropriation ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, hence they supposed to pay the tax, but it is for income tax, not for the business purpose, so it is unrelated to the business, that's why add back to the net profit. Next, come to the credit side, gross profit, it is again business income which is already credited to the P&L account, ignore it. Next, interest, here they are not stated anything in the P&L account. Interest 10,000, but see, we have to see whether any adjustment are there. Here the amount of interest from government security means it is income from other sources. Suppose if Hi, in continuation to the problem number 3 explanation, this is a solution part. Now that is Calculation of total taxable income and tax liability of Vijayalakshmi Limited for the assessment year 2019-20 under normal provision. First, before we go for the step number 1, we supposed to do the calculation, that is under working note number 1, that is calculation of taxable income from business. Particulars amount. First, take the net profit. Amount is rupees 1 lakh. Add inadmissible expenses or business income not credited to P&L account. Now, P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಇನ್ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ಅಡ್ಮಿಸಬಲ್ ಇರೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಗೈನ್ along with the adjustment also. Under that first one is depreciation. Depreciation is what? That is inadmissible expenses which is given in the P&L account, add back it. Next, income tax, it is related to the personal in nature, so it is not business expenses, add back. Provision for income tax, again it is not related to the business, add back. Next, ಜನರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಅಮೌಂಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ. ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಅದು? ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಟು ಚಾರಿಟಿ ಅಮೌಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು rupees 2000. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ in the place of the new car, so it becomes as what? Capital expenditure. That is given in the adjustment which is included in the general expenses. The amount is amounted to rupees is 3000, and all this amount will get 2,80,000 and add back to the net profit 1 lakh. The subtotal amount is how much? 3,80,000. For this, you less admissible expenses are non-business income credited to P&L account. And that first one is depreciation as per the Income Tax Act. So as per the business, the depreciation as per the income tax is amount is 15,000, which is given in the problem. Next, income from other sources. Under that first one is interest on government securities. Interest on government securities is rupees 10,000. Next one is income from capital gain. Under short term capital gain, that is amounted to rupees 15,000. Add these three amount, we will get what? 40,000, and this amount should be deducted from the subtotal amount 3,80,000. Then the other amount will be 3,40,000. From this amount less brought forward business losses, that is a set off of the losses, and carry forward set off of the losses. Next, brought forward unabsorbed depreciation, if there make it take the amount and deducted from this amount. If there is no, show as nil, and the total amount will be 3,40,000. This is called as total income from business. It will be carried to the step number 1. Next, see the step number 1. Step number 1, calculation of total taxable income under normal provision for the assessment year 2019-20. Particulars. Under that first one is income from house property, no information given in the problem, show as nil. Income from business, which is already calculated in the working note number 1, 3,40,000. And income from short term capital gain 15,000. Is there any set off of the losses? Make it set off nil, and the total amount is 15,000. And income from other sources, one adjustment is there, that is interest on government securities. The amount to rupees is 10,000. Any set off, less it. Total amount will be 10,000. Add all these three amount, 3,40,000, 1,50,000, and 3,40,000 plus 15,000 and 10,000, 3,65,000. Less deduction under section 80G to 80JJA. There is one deduction, that is a donation to charity under section 80G with a 50% applicable of the donation amount. The donation amount is 2,000 into 50%, that is 1,000, and the other taxable income will be 3,64,000. For this, add all the next four income, that is short term capital gain liable for STT, long term capital gain liable for STT, casual income. All four are amount is not given, because why we are taking separately here? Because from these four amount there is no eligible to get the deduction, hence we will go to show it as separate for the other taxable income. If amount is there, add it, then we will get the total taxable income, and this amount we will go to take for the next calculation, that is tax liability. Next, step number 2, calculation of tax liability under normal provision. Particulars, rupees. Under the first one is other taxable income, which is calculated in the step number 1. and the total amount is 3,64,000 and it attract 25% if the taxable income is less than the 250 crores. The total tax liability amount is 91,000 and other taxable income. Next, whatever we have shown in the separate, that is short-term capital gain liable for STT at 15%. So if amount is there, calculate the tax liability. Next, long-term capital gain liable for STT up to 1 lakh exemption. More than 1 lakh, all the above that amount, it attract 10% of tax rate and it will be the tax liability here nil amount. Long-term capital gain at 20%.